Hello travelers and welcome to new Pokemon battles, not just one, battles. These are the leftover battles that I kept on my VS recorder. I didn't upload them individually, mainly because, well, they ended up not being as good, or I had battles that were better than this. And looking at the opponent's team here, he has a Mewtwo, I have no idea. Like, okay, sure, he has a Mewtwo. We're not scared. Are you scared? I'm not. So let's just roll with it. Anyways, Gengar lead. I switched out into my Scizor because, well, he hits the Medicham super effectively and I can't fake him out because he's a Gengar. So I'm gonna send in my Scizor. Goes for Perish Song and then he burned me and I'm like, what kind of Gengar is this? I expected him to switch out, so I guess that's why I went for Pursuit. Don't ask me when I had this battle because I have absolutely no clue. So he then goes for Protect. What kind of Gengar is this? I'm as confused as you are. So don't ask me. He tried to Protect. He failed. I finished him off with the Pursuit even though I'm burned. And yeah, I guess the Perish Song will take me out too. So I decide to, I guess, sack Scizor as well. I have no idea. So in comes Charizard. All shiny and beautiful and everything. And now in comes my Medicham. And now it's time to go beyond evolution, mega evolution. In comes the Mega Medicham Fake Out, and then Psycho Cut with that huge power ability. Out of the way, out of the way. That's crazy. And there's Mewtwo. What do you do against Mewtwo? I believe too much on Medicham. There's the Side Strike. It's neutral. We're gonna barely take it. And I trusted too much on this guy. I went for that boosted by Pure Power stab, high jump kick, and then I followed that up with the Bullet Punch, but that wasn't enough because it's a Mewtwo. But yeah, at least we damaged it. And now we're gonna send in our Rotom, and he Fire Blasted a Rotom. He Fire Blasted a Rotom, and he went out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Don't Fire Blast Rotoms, just don't. Anyways, I will go into my Sylveon. This is a Choice Spec Sylveon. I remember using this and I used to run a lot of speed on this guy. It goes for extreme speed and it did so much damage, and thanks to his multi-scale he will be able to take it, but we don't want to lose our Sylveon yet, so we're gonna send in our Clefable, which will be able to take the extreme speed even though it's banded. And Banded Dragonite is a threat. You don't play games against the Banded Dragonites. And now in comes Mud Cribs. That's my nickname from back in the day. I'm pretty sure I traded him this Swampert, so that's my Swampert for sure. And yeah, the Moonblast, he would take it. Well, goes beyond evolution, Mega Evolution, Mega Swampert with the stab, Earthquake. But Clefable is a beast, we will just be able to take it. And I'm gonna set up my rocks because if you noticed, his Dragonite is super low in health. As soon as he comes in, he's gonna touch those rocks and he will go out of the way. And speaking of out of the way, we're gonna go out of the way because we were low in health. And now in comes Sylveon, and Sylveon should be able to feast and take down that Mega Swampert at that range, be faster due to our speed investment. I'm pretty sure I'm max speed timid. Nobody used to run this Sylveon, but it does so much work, it does so much damage. What is that? You just one-shotted an Ampharos. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And as we said before, Dragonites would just drop down from the Stealth Rocks, and that would be the first battle. And let's move on to the next one. It looks similar to a UU battle? I have no idea. So let's see how it goes. So Fortress lead against Snorlax lead. And I'm just gonna set up my rocks. Am I just gonna set up my rocks? Let's see. It goes for Fire Punch. I wasn't expecting that, but it's not even gonna drop me to my Sturdy because Fortress is like a beast. So we will set up our rocks and then we're gonna send in our own Snorlax. I guess because, well, we thought he was gonna go for another Fire Punch, and we do have the ability to lower the Fire type attacks power. What was it called again? Don't ask me, man. Don't ask me, I have too many things in my mind these days. So anyways, we are body slamming each other, we are paralyzing each other because you can paralyze normal types. This is not Gen 1. Goes for Earthquake, that was risky, but yeah, I guess I was really low in health, so he was able to finish me off. And now in comes the Pidgeot, the Mega Pidgeot, Beyond Evolution, Mega Evolution, Hurricane with that no guard ability. It's not gonna be missing anytime soon. Out of the way, out of the way. In comes Raikou. I think here I expected him to predict me to switch out, so I stayed in and I went for Hidden Power. That's not Hidden Power ground. He didn't predict anything. He finished me off. Everything went wrong there. Everything went wrong there. Good question. What Hidden Power was that? Yeah, I have no idea. So in comes my Heracross. I'm assuming I'm Scarfed. And in comes the Alakazam. And I'm just gonna knock off and he's just gonna drop. Yeah, just don't switch Alakazam out like that. That thing is a paper. It has paper thin defenses and it's a glass cannon. Just don't. In comes Tyranitar, and since I'm choiced, I cannot go for anything else. He goes for Crunch. I decide to sack Fortress, I'm assuming, and I have one little card under my sleeve with this Fortress, and ooh, the Costa Berry will activate. There you have it, and I will take this chance to set up some spikes, as he's gonna bring in his Scizor, and at that range, he's just gonna go for Bullet Punch and finish me off. I guess he's banded. He doesn't have the defog sets, so my hazards will be there to stay. And in comes the Ninetales. Get rid of that sand. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and the fire attacks will do damage. Big damage. And now in comes the Gyarados. Knowing myself, I would predict this. 100%. Yep, I went for Will-O-Wisp. Something was gonna get burned. Something will be crippled, and it's gonna be this Gyarados. It's sunny. Even if he goes for Dragon Dance, it's not gonna do too much damage. And if he goes for the water type attack, we'll be able to take it. And that's why I went into my Heracross, and he goes Beyond Evolution, Mega Evolution, Mega Gyarados. But it's under the sun. The water type attacks do nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And this Heracross is ready to strike something down. The Gyarados will switch out. In comes the Tyranitar. And yeah, hazard damage, we love that. We absolutely love that. Mega Horn, super effective, out of the way. Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. And now in comes the Scizor, the hazard damage again, and yeah, we will switch out, and we will send in the Ninetales, which can take both its stabs well, both the U-turn or Bullet Punch, which are the obvious ones, but he goes for Feint. I guess he expected my Ninetales, and he went for Feint. Feint. Out of all moves, Feint. In comes the Gyarados again, but at that range of HP he's at, and under the sun, and with stab, and the burn, and out of the way, and out of the way. And now in comes the Raikou, again under the sun. The flames will do too much damage, and he's obviously faster, but we have a lot of health and he's not Specs, and we will be able to take it. Flamethrower to the face and a crit. That's overkill. Out of the way, out of the way. And his last Pokemon is Scizor, and I don't know, at that range would I be able to take the Bullet Punch? Of course I will. I'm on Ninetales. Ninetales I have. Okaberry in the sun, stab 4 times, super effective. Out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way. That's the second battle. That was a decent game. I don't know why I didn't upload it before. So, third game that I have here on this VS recorder. And, interesting team. I have a Raichu and an Azumarill. Interesting little team. So, another Gengar. And this time I'm leading Crobat. I'm gonna Brave Bird it. If he doesn't have a Sash, it's over. If there's no Sash, it's over. It's over. Out of the way. What a start. In comes the Zapdos. And we 100% cannot stay in there. That Crobat is banded, by the way. I always use Crobat with a choice band. I don't even have to ask myself what kind of set is that. That's banned for sure, 100%. In comes Tyranitar with the Sand Boost. We will be able to take the Thunderbolt. That's an offensive Zapdos with a Life Orb, so it did more than what I expected. Beyond Evolution, Mega Evolution, Mega Tyranitar is in the house. Hidden Power That's super effective. I'm assuming that's grass, so we're gonna take it, set up a dragon dance, and this will be feasting time, I guess, because we are at +1. We're gonna go for rock slide, but we're gonna miss it. That's gonna. It's not feasting time. It's not. It's not feasting time. It's just not. Okay, it's not. You thought it was feasting time, but it's not. It's not. Why do you use rock slide instead of stone edge to not miss? What happened? I missed. Anyways, in comes Raichu. In comes his own Tyranitar, which should be able to take. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. And yeah, we don't want to stay against the Tyranitar, so we're gonna send in our Donphan, the physical defender of the team, I guess, and the Rapid Spinner, because he ended up going for Stealth Rocks, but we don't want to deal with Stealth Rocks. The Sandstorm turns will run out, so that's good for me. And yeah, we're gonna Rapid Spin away those rocks. We don't want to deal with them. He goes for Ice Beam. That's a mixed Tyranitar. That's super dope. That's super dope. But we are faster, so a Stab Earthquake should be able to get the job done. What will happen? Let's see how it goes. So yeah, he stayed in. There's the Earthquake. But yeah, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. He goes for Pursue, predicted me to switch out after I saw the Ice Beam. But I had belief in my Donphan, and also I wanted to damage the Tyranitar, of course. That's also something I wanted to do. So this time he will switch out. He goes into Lapras, which will not appreciate the Earthquake that much. Well, it took it quite well, actually. Took it quite well, but I really need to set up my rocks. A, to hit the Zapdos, and B, to hit the Lapras. So, predicting the water type attack, I'm gonna send in my Gastrodon, Storm Drain, get that special attack boost, in comes the Muck, and I switched out. I don't know, maybe I expected something strange. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. I'm gonna hit the Muck, that's not gonna do anything. I'm assuming it's an Assault Vest set. Gonna go back into the Donphan, and he's gonna hit me with a Trash Can. And he's gonna poison me. That's what Muck does, I guess. That's what Muck does, I guess. He just throws trash cans at your face and he poisons you. Because Muck. Anyways, in comes the Lapras. I will take this chance to set up the rocks. I needed to set up the rocks. Better late than ever. And yeah, Donphan already did his bit, even though he can deal with a lot of his Pokemon. I decided to sack it in exchange of having the Stealth Rocks up. Why? Because it's the most important move in the game. You just have to have your Stealth Rocks up. Anyways, safe switch into Raichu. Volt Switch at that range was going to be able to take the Lapras down, and in case he switches out, it's always a good option. But never mind, I just went for Thunderbolts. That did absolutely nothing still to the Tyranitar. At that range of HP he's at, he will be able to take the Thunderbolt. And he will predict my switch out. He goes for Pursuit, but Raichu's like, not today. We are living, we are surviving. We have the power, we have the bulk, we have the belief. And in comes the Gastrodon, Earth Power at that range of HP with Stab, super effective, and a crit. Out of the way, out of the way. Massive threat, out of the way. In comes the Muck, and the Muck is like, yeah, I'm just gonna be throwing trash cans at you again. That's what I do. That's what I do. Just throw trash cans at your face. And special defense drop, that's gonna help speed up the process a little more, because if I didn't have that, I'd be like recovering and wasting time. Like, okay, special defense drop, at least that's gonna get the job done. He goes for Poison Jab now, but yeah, it's weaker, but he managed to get the Poison Touch, so we are poisoned, but he's out of my face, out of my sight, out of the way. And the Sandstorm is gone too, so yeah, both Sandstorm setters are out of the way. My Tyranitar are in his, so it's no more sand, I guess. So in comes the Zapdos again. We will switch out, predicting the Hidden Power Grass. We will send in Raichu as fodder, especially because it's low in health, so it's fine. And we're gonna send in the Crobat, and the Crobat at that range will just Brave Bird everything. Every single thing in the world will take a choice banded Stab Brave Bird out of the way. And in comes Lapras, and this is why we had to set up the rocks. It's gonna take some damage and take another Brave Bird to the face, out of the way, out of the way. I'm sorry, Lapras, you're my favorite water type. but you had to go. And his last Pokemon is Miltank. Maybe you should have sent this guy a little earlier, because Miltank for sure can take a Brave Bird. Miltank for sure can take a Brave Bird, but he didn't do it, I guess. He was thinking of something else. I have no idea. So he took it, goes for Body Slam, takes down our Crobat. And how do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? With our Azumarill. It's a yellow Azumarill. For some reason, I was not expecting to see that today, but it's a yellow Azumarill, and it will hit him in the face with a superpower, super effective, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. And that's the game. So what else do we have left? It's the last battle that I have saved in this VS recorder. It's an anything goes, the same thing that I previously posted 2 videos ago. But this was the first battle, and the one that you saw was the rematch, and this is the first match that we discarded. So, do you guys want to see it? Let's see it anyways. Let's see it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yveltal will go for Taunt. Turn 1, that's gonna prevent him from going for Rocks, and the knockoff will do so much damage because I'm an Yveltal, the most amazing dark bird of the world. Draco Meteor! We will take it. Defensive Yveltal is the best Yveltal set in Ubers, period. I love this guy. I love this guy. So anyways, we damaged the Alga, we set up the rocks, in comes the Kyogre, and Heavy Rain, all of that, and then I'm gonna knock off again, predicting the switch. It's gonna do so much damage, even though the Yveltal doesn't technically carry an item, and the Sucker Punch. 2-hit KO, 2-hit KO. What do you guys know about Yveltal? It's defensive, plus it has a life orb. That's absolutely insane. So, in comes one of his 2 Arceuses, and yes, I said Arceus, not Arceus. I know, like, some people cringe at that, but what can I say? It is what it is. That's how it's technically said in the Pokédex. Follow the Pokédex, don't follow, I don't know, the Killer Nacho. I love the Killer Nacho, he always mispronounces everything. Anyways, we're gonna drop down. Groudon will get Toxic, we will set up our rocks, and that was kinda silly of me because I know most Arceuses, defensive Arceuses sets in Gen 6 and onwards do carry the defog, so I definitely should not have done that. And in the Sun I was hoping for more damage, but it's an Arceus, what do you expect? The god of all Pokemon. And I'm gonna miss the Stone Edge, and that Lava Plume was also boosted by the Sun, and it didn't get the burn. Yeah, Groudon, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Stone Edge, that's super effective, but still not enough. He's easily gonna be able to recover all of that. That's what, yeah, it's a god. It's the god of Pokemon. So, another Lava Plume boosted by the Sun. Will it burn? It's still not gonna burn, and we're gonna drop down to the Poison. Groudon did nothing! Absolutely nothing. That was disappointing. But fear not, we have Xerneas. And you know what Xerneas does, right? It's time. We're gonna skillfully dodge that Toxic, and we're gonna set up a Geomancy that's gonna boost our special attack, special defense, speed, and the Power Herb will speed this up. You guys know what Xerneas does, right? So yeah, that extreme speed is not gonna do anything. It's defensive and it's not stab. And Moonblast will get rid of one of his gods out of the way. In comes the second one. Can we take down 2? That would be insane. The damage, it's a 2-hit KO this time. He's also gonna go for Toxic. I'm assuming this one is also defensive, so that's how it is. So at least we're on a timer, but we have to do as much damage as possible before we drop down. So far, we took down 2 Arceuses, 2 gods. What else do you need? The Alga, and yeah, he's gonna send him in. He's just gonna drop. I guess he wants me to take more poison damage, which is a good strat for him because Xerneas is just going on a rampage so far. And in comes the Rayquaza. In comes the Rayquaza, and he's gonna go beyond evolution, Mega Evolution, Mega Ubers, anything goes. And yeah, he's gonna go for that extreme speed, and we'll be able to take it. But after this, we'll drop down to the Toxic. But before that, we're also gonna take down this Rayquaza. Xerneas took down 4 Pokemon. The damage, and this was the main reason why we preferred uploading the other battle before. But this time you will see it in the discarded files video. So there you have it. And now we're gonna switch, we're gonna mirror it up, okay? Before I had Xerneas and he had Rayquaza, now it's the opposite. Now I have Rayquaza, beyond evolution, mega evolution, beyond Ubers, anything goes, and he has the Xerneas. And he will take this chance to go for the Geomancy, but we're not gonna let him do that. We're just gonna go for that big damage because, yeah, if he sets up, it can end your life. It can end your life. And we want to survive. Pokemon ZNA is coming up soon. We want to survive. We can't just die yet. So we're gonna end his life instead. Look at all that damage, and at that range of HP, that and extreme speed will be able to end this game. End this game out of the way. So good game to all of my opponents here. I checked all my VS recorders. I think I've uploaded everything so far. I checked also Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Everything was uploaded. So yeah, this will be it for today. Stay tuned for more, and I'll say